Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Yoga with Lila. Today is September 28th, and this live stream topic is 3 techniques to help you return, meditation techniques to help you return to center. So, as you may know, many of us have busy minds that don't want to stop, and it's difficult to sit down and just watch a subtle breath and not think about 100 other things. So in this simple offering, I'm going to invite the mind to have something to do. So that if it has something to do, it's going to help you focus and bring yourself more to your center. And for me, it contributes to my day anytime I do any of these practices. So I hope you enjoy the class. Make sure to read the show notes, subscribe to the channel, maybe watch some of my other live streams. And we'll begin. So the first thing I want to do is introduce you to no, I'm not going to do that first. I'm going to do that second. Let's go to the chair and let's do a little bit of flexibility move to loosen up the spine. So we're going to come on over to a chair and just sit sideways in your chair. I didn't say that. Sit in your chair this way. If you're really tall and your knees are up real high, I'm going to invite you to make your lower back happy by putting a blanket on the seat of the chair and sitting on the blanket. Keep the feet square on the floor, sit on the edge, and then just do some cat-cow sitting in the chair. So curl, drop your chin, push your spine back, and then draw your head and chest up and look up. And exhale and fold in. And inhale and look up. And exhale, fold in. And inhale and look up. And then go ahead and take your hands back behind you and hold on to the chair. Hold on to the leg of the chair. Press down and lift your chest so you actually feel your shoulder blades squeeze in the back. And raise your breastbone up to create some length in the front of your body. So when we talk about returning to center, we're talking about finding our center. And I'm going to suggest to you that your center is from the middle of your brain, through your soft palate, along the front of your spine, just in front of your spine, all the way down to the perineum, to the pelvic floor. And that's your central channel in yoga. And that's what we want to return to. We return our energy to that place, return our thinking to that place, our awareness. So we breathe and come from our center point. So again, hands back behind, lift the head and chest up and look up. And then exhale, release. And now I'm going to ask you to turn sideways. This is the sideways part. So you have one butt cheek on the chair, so you can drop your knee down toward the floor and sort of push back a little bit on the knee, but don't collapse the belly. Flatten your clock face in the front so you keep stability for your sacrum and your spine. And then inhale, raise that same arm up, lift a little bit and tip toward the back of the chair to release the side body, and then unfold. Or fold and then unfold, raise up, lift the bottom of the belly, lift the arm out of the hip and tip. And come back to center and down. And then one last time, inhale, raise up, lift the arm out of the hip, press the knee back, flatten your belly, flatten your clock face, and tip to the side and come back out. Okay, so getting some opening on those lateral muscles. And then let's go ahead and turn to the other side. I'm going to turn my back to the camera. So from the back, the knees drop down. I'm flattening my clock face to prevent overarching in my back. I'm going to flatten the clock face. And then inhale, take that arm up, lift the arm out of the hip, and then tip toward the back of the chair. And back up. And lower the hand down. So this is just to get you warmed up a little bit. Lift up, exhale, tip, back up, and down. One more time. Belly in, arm up, lean over, tilt, and back up, and lower down. So this next one is very interesting. It's a version of child's pose from the chair. So this child's pose from the chair, you're going to separate your feet about hips width apart or a little wider than your hips. And fold over, drop your hands down, and reach back and grab the legs of the chair. Let your head go completely. And then squeeze in with your knees. And when you squeeze in with your knees, feel how you spread the back body. And you might also feel, just one more time, do that again. So squeeze in with your knees. Feel the spreading of the kidneys and all the skin and fascia of your back body. All right, very good. And now let's turn the chair to face the camera. And one of my favorite chair poses to stretch and open the side body is Parsvakonasana in the chair. So again, I'm going to put the sits bone on one side of the chair and take my other leg out to the side. Lift the bottom of the belly, raise that arm up, and lean over and lean on your knee, elbow to the knee, and then extend the top arm and extend the back leg. This should give you some nice opening in the hip. Take a breath, feel your breath in your top ribs. Everything stretching open. And then swing the hand down and come back to center. And face straight ahead. Pause a moment. And then we'll go to the second side. Step the opposite leg out. Straighten the leg. Lift the bottom of the belly, flatten the clock face. Take the arm up, lift and lengthen, and then lean over on your knee and give a nice extension with the arm. Wrap the outer arm toward the face and reach into the back foot. And then inhale and up you come and come back to center. All right, very nice. So now I'm going to explain a few things to you. So I'm going to come up a little closer to the camera on my little swivel seat. And I don't know if you all know about the torque field. So the torque field is an energy field. It's a magnetic field around the body. I'm going to show you a couple images. So this, excuse me, is an image from HeartMath Institute. And you can see the shape of the torus, this big envelope around the body. It spirals in both directions, and it reaches really far out. It's not a narrow field. We think of ourselves as ending at our skin, but that's simply not true. We're actually much more expansive than that. Of course, when we're with each other, we come and enter into everybody's torque space. Right, that's natural. All right, so that's HeartMath Institute. And then this is an image of the torus of planet Earth. So this is Mother Gaia. And all of this is the magnetic field, the two poles, the top pole, the bottom pole, north, south, or you can flip it over and say south, north. But it's all ways circling and vibrating. And you can even see some of the effect way out here. This is borrowed from the internet, from YouTube. It's a beautiful image of the earth. This next one's pretty wild. What about this image of ourselves? I think you can see it's not as stiff. There you go. So you have the torque field all around the sides, but you also have the spiral going down from the crown into the earth and back up again. So from an energy medicine standpoint, or a chakra and energy standpoint, these energies are real. They've been identified as being real. And we can use them to help us visualize this central channel, this central core that we're going to work with. So the breath has a lot to do with it. And here's the last image I'm going to show you. This is a torus. And you can see how it rolls on my arm. So it's a double spiral. It goes both directions. There it is up there. And there it is back down there. And then it can come over to the other hand and go past my watch and all the way up and all the way back down again. And if I leave it, you see it's an image very similar to what I showed you. There's this really focal point where the spirals change directions in the middle and a lot of energy all the way around. And this is also part of sacred geometry. When you look at sacred geometry and some of the metaphysical studies in yoga and other places, you're going to find that the energy field is always talked about. So we can do two things. If we're going to meditate a little bit, I'd like to sit with our backs supported. So we're going to go over to the wall. I'm going to back up to the wall. It's something to think about. I'm going to talk about that toric field again as my practice. So I have a bolster sitting right at the wall here ready for me. And I'm going to sit down and move my back toward the wall just a little bit so I feel the support of the wall. That way I don't have to hold myself up. And also I'm sitting fairly high. Now, do you need to sit on the floor? No. You can sit in a chair, but you want to sit in a straight back chair, because if we fold and collapse the spine in, we're sort of collapsing that central channel, and you won't get the same experience of living in your center if the center is not clear. So we want it to be clear. We want to sit near the wall. And then from here, just tune into your breath for a minute. So about the height. The height of the bolster is high enough that my knees are the same level as my hip joint. So my knees are not up in the air, pushing my spine back and collapsing the central channel. The knees are dropping. So I can lift from the bottom of the belly to the center of the chest, broaden across the collarbones, bring the shoulder blades slightly back and toward each other, and wait there. Now in this position, let's begin following the breath. So take a smooth inhalation and a smooth exhalation. And notice what your breath does naturally. And really following the breath is the way to help quiet the mind. So if you're thinking about breathing, you're not thinking about something else. So just bring your mind to your breath. Breathe in, breathe out. And notice your natural breath. Ask yourself how much breath falls into the belly. Where does the breath begin? And where does the breath end? And wherever your breath is beginning, can you invite it into your diaphragm to sort of spread the diaphragm a little bit? Again, notice where the breath ends. Notice how the belly moves with the breath, hopefully. We're not breathing with the upper chest, but we've learned to calm the upper chest and breathe with our belly. So always the breath is falling into the belly expands with the inhale. And slowly exhale. So feeling the belly expand, allowing the belly to fall and open. And then let's give it a count. Let's do the basic relaxation count, inhaling for 4, exhaling for 7. And spread the diaphragm. And with the stretches we did, hopefully you have a little more awareness of how the breath is moving in your side body and maybe around your kidneys. So breathe in, exhale. And you might notice now when you're exhaling 7, that the exhalation goes a little deeper, a little more complete, and connects you to your base, to your pelvic floor. Yeah, so be connected there. Inhale. And we're not forcing the breath, but we are connecting the mind, the emotions to the breath, and bringing all of that into the center of the pelvis, grounding it in the perineum. One more breath in this manner. And then we're going to start varying the breath a little bit. So starting with the first technique, we're going to take the hands down in front of you. And as you inhale, imagine pulling the breath from the earth up to your heart. Bring it to your heart, pause in Namaskar, and then exhale, go up and out your crown and out around your body. So the arms are describing the toric field. Inhale, pull the energy up to the heart from the earth. Exhale, up and out to the side, surrounding you. So each time we do this, repeat 3 more times. Each time we pull the energy up to the heart with the inhale, pausing, and then exhaling up and out. And let yourself claim that space, the invisible space around you. Inhale, pull up to the heart, touch the heart with the edge of your fingers, and then up you go and out. One more time, drawing from the earth up to the heart, pausing, and then exhaling up and out the crown and around. And then pause for a moment and feel. So we begin to change our moment-to-moment awareness. And now we're going to go in the opposite direction because the spiral of the torus goes both ways. So I'll start with my hands beside my body. Inhale, come up to the space above the crown and draw that energy down. And if you need to pause in the heart and inhale again and then exhale all the way down and now go past the perineum into the earth. Go past the perineum. And start again from the sides. Inhale, up you go. Grab that spiritual energy, your spiritual body, your magnetic field, draw it down into you, to your heart. Pause, inhale, exhale, take it all the way down your spine, down your central channel into the earth. And again, inhale. Draw the energy down to your heart. Inhale again, exhale all the way down and into the earth. And then pause for a moment. And again, feel. Feel how you're nourishing your own self, reinforcing your own magnetic field, building your center, your awareness of your core, and receiving the energy in your core. So not out in left field, but right here, right now, in the very center of your being. So breathe in and breathe out. And the second technique I'm going to share with you, and you can always go to a 4-7 breath. So if you ever feel a little bit anxious or the mind is just spinning off somewhere, bring it back to the breath Inhale 4 into the diaphragm, exhale 7, and stay grounded. So the next breath I'm going to share is a simple Nadishona, or alternate nostril breathing, done in yoga all the time. So we're going to begin by blocking the right nostril, inhaling through the left, exhaling right, blocking the left nostril, inhaling right, exhaling left. So we'll do that for 1 minute, starting now. Drop your chin slightly, and I'm going to still talk. So block off the right nostril, inhale. Let your belly fall open, inhale 4. Close off the left, exhale 7. And then inhale through the right, inhale 4. And close it off and exhale 7. And inhale through the left 4. Block it off, exhale 7. And if you're someone whose breath is longer than that, and you inhale 6, then you gotta exhale 8 or 9. So make the breath exhale longer than the inhale. Inhale right. Or simply continue wherever you are. Exhale opposite side. Inhale 4 or 5 or 6. Exhale completely. 7, 8, or 9. And we'll finish by exhaling through the left nostril. So last round is inhaling right. And exhaling left. And lower your hand and pause for a moment and feel. So the idea of Nadishona is calming the 2 channels of the spine. There's 2 energetic channels that feed into each other, and by going up and down, you calm those energies. And you may notice in your body that one side is more open than the other side. And so you want to just watch that in your practice and see if you can invite the side that's a little more closed to also be open to receive the breath. So you start building sort of an even channel left and right from the perineum up to the brain. So just pause for a moment, feel. And I'm going to give you another visualization now. We're going to imagine you're standing in a doorway and that you're looking into your house. You're looking into your life, into the people in your life, into the objects of your life. You're looking into the house. But behind you is the galaxy. All the stars, all the planets, all the infinite possibilities from the unified field, all of those possibilities. And I want you to breathe in through your back body as if there was a breeze coming into you. And breathe out the front body. So now we're shifting from just the spine to the whole body breathing. And you could imagine yourself receiving the information you need, the guidance you need, the peace that you need. You can imagine receiving the love that's available for you, not from the side of a human being and a human love, but a greater love that pervades the space like hope, like truth. So breathe in and breathe out. And now let's go the other direction for 3 breaths. Breathe in the front and breathe out the back. So you breathe in the front, all those projections that we project out into the world about how people are, how things should be, how they're not, all those things that concern us, just pull all your energy back in. Breathe in the front, breathe out the back. And then again, give your quiet attention with your eyes quiet. Relaxing the brain, softening the underneath of the brain, and just being fully aware of your central channel. So again, thank you so much. Slowly open your eyes. Hopefully with the support of the wall, you'll be able to get to a really quiet place in your nervous system. Always going back to 4-7 whenever you need to return to your center. But thank you so much for joining me today, or whenever you view this, please check the show notes below. There's a freebie I have there for you. And also I have a course that I do offer called Consciously Exhale, the Power of Breath, which goes much more in depth into the breathing practices and the meditations that go with it. Just check it out. It's like 12 little mini practice sessions and some hour-long sessions as well. So again, thank you so much. Namaste.